So, hello Internet. It is Teedler of Dialect Squared, and you are probably watching Pikmin Month, depending on whether or not it's all going according to plan. Anyways, MrTyler is either has or is currently running Pikmin 2, the Wii port, and I'm going to do Pikmin 3. Now with live commentary and, what is the word? Consistent screen sizes. The whole time. Hopefully you guys can see everything. I am using a 4x3 TV as opposed to 16x9, and it's a little bit bigger than what I can actually see, so you guys can get a little bit more image quality or pictures out of it. But that's okay. So anyways, the Pikmin 3 demo recently came out about a month ago, I think, from recording time, I would say. But anyways, we are going to do Pikmin 3. Default settings are, what are they? You have the default patched in touchscreen controls. I'm going to be using the Wii U Pro Controller, like in Gaming Controller, because that's what I like to do. Anyways, if we sit here for a minute, we will see an Easter egg. And that is our Easter egg. Little Pikmin constellations if you wait about a minute. Anyways, we're going to go all the way back to the beginning, because I've already beaten this game approximately twice, so kind of early on, not a big deal. Hit the minus button, and this is your gamepad only screen. It just shows off the game's 5 story mode types of Pikmin. Probably gonna cut out, what did it say all the way on day 7? You know, I didn't give any story crap. Alright, anyways, so it just shows Pikmin running through, and that's about it. Oh, and there's the SS Drake. Anyways, so we're gonna go erase my existing save data, I guess, because I'm cool with that.
Galactic date.
And we're gonna go to a cutscene, so I want to cut off the mic.
At the far reaches of space lies a planet on the brink of ruin. The planet's name? Kopai. Due to a booming population, booming appetites, and a basic lack of planning, Kopai's inhabitants have all but exhausted their food supply. Their only hope is to find another planet with edible matter. Accordingly, they send unmanned scout vessels called Sparrows out into space. To their dismay, the search is proving fruitless. Just as they're about to give up, the final vessel reports back with news of a miraculous discovery. They mobilize to investigate the planet, which they name PNF 404. Kopai's last hope rests on 3 intrepid explorers. At last, the explorers' 279,000 light-year voyage nears its end. But as they initiate the landing sequence, something goes horribly wrong.
And I'm back, and with that, I want to point out that title makes me think this is like it was the moment I kind of realized this game is the series is technically sci-fi, and it made me feel like I was watching a sci-fi movie. A little bit of trivia, I guess. Kopai refers to an old name of Nintendo called Nintendo Kopai or Kopai Nintendo. I don't remember the order. Back before they changed to just Nintendo. And here are the yellow Pikmin, who for the first time in the series are the first Pikmin you're introduced to. Anyways, so this is Captain Charlie. Where am I? The last thing I remember. Oh, of course. This must be PNF 404. Planet not found. 404 error. Alright, so I want to point out right here. This is the Koppad, I believe. K-O-P-P-O... I don't know how to spell. Like, K-O-P-P... pad. And what you're seeing on the pad is what appears on the gamepad. So, hello, anyone? I will read this out because it's probably a bit harder to tell what it's saying. My capture device and the image size. Anyway, so here's Captain Charlie's official introduction. And, he is one of your 3 captains that you get to play as in this game. I want to point out, originally in development, there was a 4th captain, but he got scrapped. So here we have, you use C-stick to run around, left stick to run around. You can also use a Pro Controller, a Wiimote and Nunchuck, and, the gamepad. And you can also use either of the other 2 control schemes using the gamepad as a screen. I want to get that pointed out. I think it's pretty important. There are more of them. You don't have any camera control this time around. I seem to have wandered into a strange neighborhood. Now, I believe... Oh, look, the fish can. I believe because I think the game recognizes I've already played through, I'm allowed to skip anything. Anyway, so this is your cursor. On the controller, the traditional controller, the Pro Controller, and gamepad... layout, that it could probably more be accurately said that you are controlling the cursor as opposed to the Wiimote nunchuck thing due to the lack of a pointer that you're using. Anyway, so they do change some of the button layout, like B is your dismiss and the trigger is your whistle button. I think the patched-in control scheme is really weird. But if you're using the TV, you don't really get to... You have to, like, kind of guess to make kind of like Kid Icarus, but there's, like, no reticle or whatever until after you touch the screen. Get over here. So this is basically just a tutorial level. Whatever. Anyway, so a new feature that is usable instead of... Due to the smarter AI in the Pikmin. What are you doing? You can lock onto things using the left ZL. I always want to call it LZ. Button to lock your reticle onto a object, and then you automatically throw. Oh look, hey, how's it going, guys? Hello, dude. Hey, get over here. Anyways, there's some rocks, mushrooms. So yeah, what you do? The yellows, I'll explain them when they're important later. Alright, let's go. Let's round these guys up. And we're gonna go. These guys are dedicated. I don't know why I'm not, like, moving and I'm waiting on them. Anyways, so this game was in development for approximately 9 years. And I believe it'll still be relatively recently that Miyamoto confirmed that they are going to make Pikmin, that they are working on Pikmin 4. Hey, look, they're dying, and their eyeballs popped out. That's wonderful. So yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, so they've confirmed they're working on Pikmin 4 right now, and that there'll be, like, spin-offs and stuff, which is really good for the series, because I like the series, and hopefully we won't have to wait 9 years between installments, which would be amazing. Anyway, so this is our first exploration day, the traditional, more typical tutorial, where you go over more in-depth things, I believe. Anyways, so here's Alf, our second captain, and playable alternate costume for Olimar in Smash Brothers. Strangely enough, the rocks are not playable in. I would say that's a spoiler, but I've already showed them off technically, and they are on the box of the game. So, kind of hard to say it's a spoiler at that point. It's a miracle. I'm alive and somehow unharmed. You may have noticed that this game has voice acting, which I kind of like. Hello, Alf. Just as SS Drake was about to land, we lost control and had to make an emergency escape. During the chaos, I was separated from my other 2 team members, as well as the ship itself. As the ship's engineer, it's up to me, Alf, to find both the SS Drake and my crew members. Alright, so, may have remembered in the Pikmin Let's Play, which was utter garbage, that, I had a constant point, oh look, that's cool, of mentioning that the in development name for the GameCube was the Dolphin, and Olimar's ship was named after that. I am glad to inform you that was not the in development name for the Wii U. It was not that Project Drake. It was Project Cafe. Record. So anyways, here we have some red Pikmin. It appears to be the specimen that I just spotted has company. And that berry looking thing is in fact an onion. As you can tell from the last game, they have gone under quite a redesign. I don't know how I feel. It looks semi-more organic and also looks semi-more mechanical. So anyway, so here's what's going to show up the lock-on mechanism. And you get them to fall down, and the onion activates itself. Which is good. It has little jets of fire, which I guess explains how it flies a little bit better. And tentacle legs. Hoping that it was a fruit. What if it doesn't appear to be edible at all? Nevertheless, the red fellows seem to be quite pleased now that it's freed. Anyway, so here we have leaf Pikmin, which again are the most basic and the units of Pikmin with a flower level of levels of 3. The cup pad, there you go. Thank goodness I found it. I can use it to locate the SS Drake. Anyway, so you have 3 stages for the Pikmin in development. You have buds, leaves, and flowers. Leaves at the bottom, but flowers at the top, and buds in the middle. Look, get over here. Anyway, so this is the new bridge building. As Pikmin go up in rank, show this off, that happens if you do that. Alright, I can't do it yet. But so they changed the bridge building mechanic, but there are piles of the tiles, and the Pikmin they will automatically go to, if you put a Pikmin on a pile, they automatically take it to the bridge that they are building, and then they will take it back, not take it back, they'll go back and collect other pieces, so you can leave fewer on there, I guess. Over here. But if you notice with the other guy on this pile of 3, that if they run, even if they are out of pieces, they will still run back, instead of staying in the bridge. They will become idle where they last picked up a piece, which is kind of annoying and kind of better, I guess, because you know where to find them. But it would be really nice if they just waited at the bridge instead, because you have to stop them. But, oh well. I mean, you can't change your camera angles other than circling you in this game. Everything else is kind of done automatically, which isn't really a big deal due to the better aiming system. See, they're just going to stand there. And, yeah. And that is our new bridge building thing. Anyways, so we're going to whistle them over here. That's the onion. I cannot do anything with it yet. Get over here. Alright, so, yeah, as the Pikmin go up in their plant levels, they are faster and trip less often. I don't know if they trip in this game at all, though. But unlike the other 2 Pikmin game, once the Pikmin reaches a rank, it cannot be D-ranked. Anyway, so that's our map of the area. It's kind of hard to tell. It won't really be any good for you guys to look at. But, yeah. So I can do this with my thumb. I should probably use the stylus. If I look over here, you can see that that is where my ship is. Good for me. The SS Drake isn't that far from here. Maybe the other 2 crew members are there as well. I'd best head in that direction. So I like, personally, the integration of the copad? I don't know how to say it. It's the Pellet Buzzy redesigns. I kind of like this, kind of don't. I like the classic designs they had, but these kind of look a little more fancy, so I like them for that. Yeah, so you just throw 1 Pikmin at it, and unlike Pikmin 1, oh, these guys are, these are female shearwigs, I believe? Or sheargrubs. Alright, so that explains how you get more Pikmin, which is put crap in the onion, and you get more. On 1 pellet, if the color matches the onion, you get a bonus Pikmin. Everything else, it's irrelevant. And, darn it, they're gone. No, but as you can see, if I lock onto that, I get the name of the enemy, and it locks on, and I'll show off how that works when I go get the rest of my Pikmin real quick. Anyways, so this game is in beautiful HD. If you haven't noticed, I want to make a particular point about beautiful HD, and that they put a lot of work. Here's our official introduction to the red Pikmin. Ah, I see. So this is how these little creatures propagate. How incredibly fascinating. Anyway, so, if you may have noticed, Pikmin, the first 2 games, or at least from what you've seen in the first one, they made you feel small. Or, I don't know if they actually made you feel small, but I never really thought about it. Anyway, so, go over here, lock that off, go over to this guy, and you hit the B button, and your Pikmin will swarm the enemy. There's a fraction for how many Pikmin are on / needed to be on there. Some things only have a maximum number. The more Pikmin you have on a thing. Punches are significantly nerfed, by the way. But the AI on the Pikmin is significantly better. For example, they follow you... Well, actually, for this small group, they don't really follow me in a straight line. But that's not the point. Yeah, but I can just leave them here, unlike Pikmin 1, and they will follow. They'll just dismiss and go get it, like how they did in Pikmin 2. Anyways, as you can see, Pikmin are planted in the ground. While they're in the ground, they will progress through their flower and bud stages after a certain amount of time. And, oh yeah, they also spawn for afterwards, like, almost immediately. So, yeah. They'll go to bud, and then they'll go to flower, and then if you leave them in too long as a flower, they'll revert back to a bud. Not a bud, a leaf. Anyways, as you can see, you can throw more Pikmin on, and they start to move faster. So, yeah. So, but flowers move faster than... Buds move faster than flowers. Buds move faster than leaves, and leaves move... I can't talk today. Buds go faster than leaves, and flowers go faster than buds. I don't know if they attack any faster, but I know it's not a multiplier. Anyways, I guess we're going to go over the ability of reds. Reds are basically going to be your red shirts because of what they do. So this is a cardboard box that, as you can see on the number of the box there's a 20. I can throw them, or I can have them charge it. Automatically do that. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Pikmin 3 puts a lot of detail into the game. Just to give you nice little pictures to look at. And that general sort of thing. Wait, give me a minute. Looks like somebody's left a data file here. Perhaps Pad will be able to read it. Oh, look, they ran back. How nice. Oh, there's that one little guy just doing nothing. Loser. Anyway, so I'll collect that. And then it'll say, look at that. It says, Pikminology number 1. The onion is like a nest for Pikmin. It both gives birth to them and provides them with shelter. Excellent. The pad can read the data file. So these creatures are called Pikmin. The information might come in handy later on. I'll save it for the pad's exploration notes. Anyways, so there's a little installing screen, which is kind of nice. But, yeah, so there's also a similar look at, so I can click that. Or maybe not right now. I don't think Captain Charlie wrote this data file, so who do you think did? Could there be other intelligent life forms on this planet? So, I want to point out that I believe it is officially confirmed that Pikmin are in fact intelligent. The Pikmin shorts make it significantly easy to prove. Look how pretty their models are. Oh, look, your feet are clipping through the ground. Sitting down. I believe if I let this get blurry, I can click on that and it'll focus on him. Anyways, you can take a picture with the right trigger, a flash, and it's pretty high quality, I would say. And you can like write a little message and say LP. Now, you guys can basically see an overview, and you're gonna see this screen kind of often because there will be a feature I'll show off later that you can use. Red Pikmin, back to what they can do. They have an attack multiplier, so I believe there are units with the base unit of 10 for Pikmin damage. I don't know what this place is. What am I doing here? That's a mushroom. Anyways, so this is a box that I moved out of the way. And, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, wait, no. I was supposed to go over there. Never mind. Anyways, so, yeah. They have an attack. They do a base damage of 15 per hit. So, they do a little bit more damage. So, they are considerably the best attackers in the game. Or they're the most efficient, I would say. This is a dirt wall. This is the replacement for the kind of web walls in the previous game, and I kind of like how they do this. You can kind of see like the thing shaking out of the thing, but I think this looks really neat. And again, just about anything you can do that and watch the Pikmin. It's a really cool feature. I like it. I hope the Drake is okay. Anyways, I believe Alf is confirmed to have invented the Drake. Anyways, here's a cutscene. There it is, the SS Drake. Anyways, the Pikmin. The coat pad isn't picking up any signs of life in the immediate area. Incoming transmission. Who could it be? Oh, it's Brittany. Alf, it's me, Brittany. Do you copy? Now, again, this copies everything on my gamepad on here, which I think is pretty neat for LPs. Thank goodness you're with the SS Drake, right? I made it through the landing in one piece. The thing is, I'm trapped somewhere. And I'm starved. Anyways, so here's a little beautiful thing. Oh no, we got cut off. I wonder how far away Brittany is. I think it's kind of funny how there's, I don't think, a front-facing camera showing, or how Brittany was able to do that. But anyways, the Pikmin get their name, if those of you didn't watch Pikmin 1 and wanted to not feel like an idiot, or didn't want to watch me look like an idiot, Captain Olimar, the protagonist of the first two games, is from Hecate, which is so he's a different alien species than these guys who are Copians, I think. I don't know what they're called. Paishans. And Olimar, there is a brand of carrots called Pik carrots, P-I-K. And Olimar believes they look like them. They appear in Pikmin 2 in the Piklopedia, which I believe MrTyler will probably have shown off by now. Throw at enemies. So anyways, that is the end of the first official day. And at the end of every day, you see your onion and your ship, I guess. Go into the stratosphere for the night. The orbit, I don't really know. You know, that's probably why I did the jet fuel. Anyway, so as you can see. Oh, well, yeah, so they had a lot. So anyways, so like Pikmin 1, there is a sort of timer in this game. I believe the maximum number of days you can have saved up is 99. But, yeah, so every time you collect a piece of fruit, you get a little bit more time depending on what fruit you got. So basically, as long as you collect fruit, you'll be fine, and there's no big deal, there's not really anything to worry about. Anyway, so this is your stats for the day on your general Pikmin population, how many fruit, how many juice days you have left, your captains, and your number of Pikmin, and the deaths, and how many you got left behind, and the total deaths. A replay on the function where you can watch a timer. Anyways, and here's our captain's log. We've shipwrecked on this planet. Some creatures called Pikmin help me find the SS Drake, but our cosmic key drive is nowhere to be found. We won't be going anywhere without that. Luckily, I made contact with Brittany and will set out to find her when I look for the ship. The Onion took flight as well. Odd but amazing. Alf. As you may have guessed, you get a different log from different captains on different days. I don't know how it determines this. Yes, I would like to save. You're asked at the end of each day if you would like to save. So, yeah. Oh, it's saved. Okay, I feel a little dumb.